All right, boys and girls, welcome to the DFS experience for Friday, April 26th. I know y'all think I'm going to come on here and cry about the Cavs, but I'm really not. I watched the game, I watched it real closely. Pretty much seemed like everything was up and up. Seemed like the Cavs just got smoked. I'll be the first one to come on here and tell you that, something was up, but it looked like Orlando just hit all their shots. You know what I'm saying? And then once the Cavs got down by like 20, 25, you know, they just kind of gave up. And Orlando kept hitting shots. So it is what it is. We'll see what happens for game 4. All right, well, on to this slate. We got Mr. Luka. Price came down a little bit. I kind of liked it a lot because I don't mind getting to Luka in the 11K as long as we have reasonable value. Fire up Luka, fire up Kyrie, because if they're going to beat the Clippers, it's got to be a 2-man game. You already know you can't depend on Gafford. Washington is average at best. Hardaway Jr. is on the shelf. So you already know where everything is going. Like, you know where all the offense is coming from. So fire up Luka, fire up Kyrie, find value, play them. Dame Dollars in play. I think Giannis is doubtful. They're gonna have to get on Lillard's back. On top of it, I think Middleton is questionable also. So we'll get to him in a second. But right now, Damian Lillard he's looking like a top play, even though he will be popular. Halliburton. The reason his price is dropping into the 8,000s is because he's trash. I don't have anything positive to say about Halliburton, so I might probably keep it pushing. I prefer Kyrie anyway, because you know what? No matter what Kyrie went through over the last few years, he always came to play. You never said, "Oh, Kyrie's out there laying down." Halliburton just be laying down. Not only do Halliburton lay down, he brings a blanket and a pillow with him. I ain't. Let me stay calm, because I get y'all know I get a little bit fired up when it comes to Halliburton. We already had his previous issue. We figured we come into the playoffs with a clean slate. We get into the playoffs. A fan calls him a bad word. Now he don't want to play anymore. Whatever, bro. Booker, 80. I'm not saying what the fan said was right, but you're a professional athlete. Professional. You still got to punch your card, punch your time clock, and do your job like the rest of us do. That's all I got to say about that. Who's here? Booker. Oh, man. Let's talk about Booker. Booker, I've never seen Booker in shambles like this. And I've watched a lot of basketball. And I didn't think when Booker came into the league he was going to be as good as he's been. But you know what? Booker made a name for himself in the bubble. He put the whole team on his back. Remember, they were the best team in the bubble, something like that. And he put the NBA on notice about the Suns were coming, and then the next season they were for real, and he's been excellent up until this point. And Booker and Durant, they got Anthony Edwards and Jaden McDaniels looking like Pippen and Jordan. That's what's happening right now. And even though Anthony Edwards, especially that last game, he wasn't that efficient and he only had like 15 points or whatever it is, it's still the swag and the energy. Like, it's the body language that says that we're better than you and you can't do anything about it. Because that's what Jordan had. You know what I'm saying? So we're going to have to see what happens in the next few games. Pretty sure Phoenix could muster up a win or two. But it's Minnesota's game to lose. And Booker is looking quite pedestrian, standing across from Anthony Edwards and Jaden McDaniels. So I want to be putting him in any of my main lineups because they look overwhelmed. You feel me? Harden's in play. Bradley Beal, 6.4. I don't know. Phoenix is in shambles. 27 fantasy points, 32 the first game. He's priced correctly. He's priced appropriately, but Minnesota's defense is for real. I've been telling y'all about Minnesota's defense all season. It ain't no joke. It ain't no. All these guys are long. All these guys know how to play. Oh, goodness. I'm gonna have a hard time picking Beal because of the fact that it's gonna be very hard for him to be efficient. You know, with Anthony Edwards and McDaniels, and they could switch off and go bare. They got Cat playing defense. You got Mike Conley. Like, what are you supposed to do? Bradley Beal's in the player pool, but I'm not sure if he'll make my main lineup. He might because of his price, but it's gonna be tough. Minnesota's defense is for real. That's all I gotta say. Conley in play 5.5K. Very risky because he might give you 14 fantasy points or he might give you 34 fantasy points. Westbrook, I don't really care for when the Clippers are healthy. He did play 24 minutes with Kawhi back. I'll take the 24 minutes at 5K, but I just hope he doesn't go back to those 17 minutes he was playing in the regular season. Westbrook's in play. Beverly gets a bump if there's no Middleton. Connell if you're desperate. Nembhard's in play. Shooting guard. Anthony Edwards is too cheap. Fire him up. Paul George is in play. Neesmith's in play. I don't think I need Norman Powell. Yeah, I don't need Norman Powell. Until he proves us otherwise, he's out of my player pool for now. I don't need him. I'll replace him with Nembhard and Walker Alexander. We know Walker Alexander had a tremendous game 1, game 2. He played 31 minutes. That's all you're looking for. 4,100, playing about 30 minutes. You're going to get his shots and some stocks and do a little bit of everything. I ain't going to lie to you. Walker Alexander might be my first guy in on my lineup. The rest of these guys I'm not interested in. If there's no Middleton and they started Beasley, I'd be interested in it, but he got benched. You know what I'm saying? That means something. 10 minutes, 4 shots, 5 fantasy points. It means something mentally when you get benched. So I don't expect him to be any type of threat. People, these guys are humans. You get benched right in the beginning of the playoffs or whatever it is. Like, yeah, it's gonna, hurt your ego. Now, if he started for Middleton, if Middleton didn't play, and he went out there and he hit a few shots and got his confidence going, then that's a different story. But he's not somebody that I'm going to be looking to put in my lineup. Siakam is absolutely in play at 8.3K. Kawhi, we got to see what's going on with Kawhi. If he ain't feeling 100%, he ain't going to play. We'll keep an eye on him. Middleton, I think he had an ankle injury. Questionable. If you don't know you're going to play on the day of a game, I don't think I want to put you on my fantasy lineup because how healthy are you? That's just me. You want to play Middleton? You know what to do. You know what I'm saying? Look, it's a 3-game slate, so a lot of these guys we don't want to play. We're going to have to play. But I kind of want to avoid guys with ankle injuries if they don't know they're going to absolutely play on the day of. That means that the ankle is still bothering them, right? You know what's the last thing we want to see? The last thing we want to see is we get an alert that Chris Middleton is going to the locker room in the first quarter. Do you know what that means? Your lineup is cooked. You feel me? All right. Jaden McDaniels is probably... I'm lying. Jaden McDaniels is my first guy in my lineup. Walker Alexander is probably my second. I get those 2 value pieces out the way, and then I can go on and build my lineup any way I want to. 2 value pieces playing 30 minutes a game. Those signs never tell you nothing. Royce O'Neal if you're desperate. I'm not playing Derrick Jones. I'm not playing Coffee. I'm not playing Connaughton. I don't care if Connaughton was starting at center. I'm not playing him. 11, 12, 0, 16, and 16 fantasy points last few games. He's taken the first 2 games of the playoffs. He's taken 5 shots and 3 shots. So you do what you want with that information. I'm not saying he's a bad play, but I particularly need players that's going to shoot the ball. If he starts at 3,500, he looks a lot better. So I'm not saying I'm not going to play him, but I think I need him to start. I need Middleton to be out, and I need him to start. I need those 2 things to be true. Like if Middleton is out, who's going to start? Let's see. You got Lillard, Beverly, point guard and shooting guard. It's got to be Connaughton, right? Then you got Portis, and then you got Brook Lopez. It's got to be Connaughton. So if there's no Middleton and Connaughton starts, yes, Connaughton's in play. You feel me? Don't say I never do nothing for you. All right. Who else? All right. Before we go to power forward, if you're new here, welcome. Appreciate you taking the time to watch my video. If you're not subscribed, please subscribe. Hit the bell. Thumbs up the video. If you're struggling to cash, you need help with your lineups. You want my lineups for NBA, MLB, whatever it is, MMA. No problem. I can help you. I can send you my finalized optimal lineups right before lock. Check out the Patreon linked in the description. We do have super chats open, and we do have channel memberships open. Silver and gold memberships also get you lineups. Let's go to power forward. Let's wrap this up and let's get out of here. Got Big G over here. Look, I ain't gonna lie. If Giannis was like somewhat healthy, he tried to play. He really got to be messed up for him to be missing playoff games. Let's keep our eye on that. I doubt he plays. Durant 8.2, he's an okay play. You're looking for one of these guys to have a breakout game, either Booker or Durant. I give the edge to Durant. Durant is more unstoppable and more unguardable than Booker. Because all you got to do is put McDaniels on Booker. Now he's finished. Because of the length and the height. Durant, you're not really stopping Durant. I'm looking for Durant to have a master class at some point. Unless he ain't got it anymore. 44, 38, 26, 43, 31. That's not Kevin Durant. That's not the Kevin Durant we know. So let's see what he does game 3. He's in play. Kawhi. I try to stay away from Kawhi because of all the injury stuff. Still put up 36 fantasy points in 35 minutes. Look, if he plays, he's in play. That's $7,800. Like, if he played 35 minutes the first game back, then he'll play 37 minutes, maybe 38 minutes, and then the game after that. So Kawhi Leonard's in play, Cat's in play, Bobby Portis is absolutely in play if there's no Giannis. Nas Reed is in play, 4.5K. I'm fading Kyle Anderson straight up. There's too much decent value pieces to be playing Kyle Anderson. And I think we go to center. Maxi Kleber's in play, but I don't think you're going to need him. If Jay Crowder starts, I'm not playing him. He's washed. Gobert 7'2", too cheap. Miles Turner 6'5", too cheap. Zubac, Nurkic in play. I think I'm running double centers again. I'm absolutely running double centers again. I already built my lineup just by looking at this. My lineup's already built. If you actually listen to my video, your lineup's already built also. Gobert, Turner, Nurkic, Zubac, all in play. Lopez if you're desperate, like if he's your last man in. And Gafford, I'm not playing Gafford again to 2027. I'm done with him. The rest of these guys are pretty much unplayable for this slate. And that's that. Listen, I'm going to get out of here. Appreciate you taking the time to watch my video. If you're not subscribed, subscribe, hit the bell, thumbs up the video, check out the Patreon linked in the description if you need me to send you my finalized optimal lineups. Super chats are open, channel memberships are open. I appreciate you guys watching. Hope you had a profitable Thursday night, and I hope you ain't have too many cabs in your lineup, because then that means your lineup was cooked early. You feel me? But listen, I'll talk to you guys later. Ciao.